Hi there guys, I'm going to go through translations by vectors. This is from the Transum site. I've already done level 1 in a previous video, which was reflections. So now we're doing translations, which is the second of 4 things that you need to know about transformations. So there's 4 techniques for transformations. Let's go through them again. Reflections, translations, rotations, enlargement. Okay, so this one is about translations. So let's take one of these. Let's take one with some negatives as well. This website is really great, of course, because you can actually do this without logging in, and you can check your answers as well. But let's try, for example, this one here. Okay, so let's do this mustard-colored one. We've got this thing here. And it says, show the image of the shape above after a translation by the vector 1, minus 2. So what does this mean? So when you have vectors, vectors can be written with a number at the top, a number underneath. It talks about movements that you need to make. So the one at the top talks about the horizontal movement that you need to make. So this means one horizontally and one in the positive x direction. Okay, so positive is always to the right. And the number underneath means that in the vertical direction, we're going to need to move minus 2. So this is vertical. Okay, so moving minus 2 means that we're not moving upwards, we're moving downwards, in fact. So we're doing this vertically, but we need to go downwards. We're not going up the scale, we're going downwards. Okay, so take that back. So what we do with this is we take every single corner point and then take that somewhere, wherever it's going. Okay, so this needs to go 1 to the right. So let's take, for example, this coordinate point here. So 1 to the right is going to be here, and then 2 down. It's going to take us there. So let's do this in a color. So this point here is going to go 1 across and 2 down. It's going to go there. Now you need to build that up for each of these corner points, or you can draw the whole thing from that corner point if you want to. So what I mean is this, right? So you can just say, well, look, I can see you should go 1 back and 1 up and 1 and 2 across. And I can do that here as well. I can go 1 back and 1 up and 2 across, and then 3 down and then 3 down, and so on. And then 3 across, and then 2 up, 2 up. So that's going to complete the shape. But I would suggest that you just check with a couple more points before you do that. So let's try, for example, this point here. So again, we need to go 1 across and 2 down. So the whole shape is going to move 1 across and 2 down, but so are all of the coordinate points. So 1 across and 2 down is going to take us here. And again, at a certain point, you'll probably realize how to draw the rest of the shape. So this one is going to go 1 across and 2 down, take it there. And now I can see this whole thing coming together here. I can see it's joining up this and this and this. That's given me that. So then I'm going to go 3 up and 2 across and 1 down. So I'm just copying the shape again. Now it's okay that it overlaps there. Yeah, it's okay that it overlaps. Right, let's just look at some other ones here. So if you were going to do it with, I don't know, this one here, this kind of greeny colored one with where it says the vector 2, 5, that means you're going to go 2 across and 5 up for every single point. If you're going to do it with, let's do a more complicated one. So this one, minus 1 and 1. So that would mean that you're going backwards by 2. Let's just take this one. One here would mean, look, we need to go backwards by 1 and then up 1. Because remember, so this point would go here, and every point would move by that same vector. So remember, minus 1, 1 would mean this is horizontal. Okay, top is always horizontal, and the bottom part of the vector is always vertical. So vertically, we need to go up by 1, and horizontally we need to go backwards by 1. So backwards 1 is this way, up by 1 is this way. And that needs to happen for every single corner point. Okay, guys, well, thanks for listening for that one. It's probably relatively straightforward, that. Next time round, we're going to look at rotations, and rotations is going to be quite tricky without a piece of tracing paper. So thanks for listening, and good luck with having a go at that activity.